Just as every human foot requires a different size of boot, similarly, every component on the PCB requires a different pad. So hey fellas, this is Captain Jack, and in this video we'll be seeing how we can make our own customized pads for the component that we are making. So in the previous video we had seen we were making a component which is known as the Node MCU or Node MCU version 3. So for making that for making the component on a PCB design, we'll be requiring a specific pad, right? So depending upon the components that we are using, we have the different types of pads. We have the through hole pads, the round, square, and DIL pad modes. So we can click on them and we can see the various pads that are present in Proteus by default. These are the square and these are the DIL tracks. And then we also have pad modes for SMTs, surface mount technologies. We can have different pads depending on our needs. So the component that we are making, we are going to make a header for the ESP. So we'll require the circular pad modes as well as the square pad modes to define our first pin. So let's go with the circular first. So we can see we have the different pad modes available over here. We can see the dimensions. The C represents circular pad mode. The 60 represents 60 thou, which is the outer diameter of the pad, and the 38 represents the 38 thou, which is the drill hole of the pad. Now if I want to make a customized pad for my component, so what I can do is I can just right click over here in this dialog box. I can click on edit. When I click on edit, I will edit this particular trace. So instead of editing this particular trace and playing with the defaults that are already present in the Proteus libraries, I will just create my own trace. So instead of edit, I will go to create. Over here, I will name something like, now I'm making a node MCU. So I will write MCU. Okay, now this MCU does not mean the Marvel Cinematic Universe, okay? So after we have named the pads, we can define the diameter of the pad. We can say instead of 60 thou, I will keep it as, I can also give the dimensions in mm, so I will make it as 1 mm. Then the drill mark, so the drill mark and drill hole, we can keep it equal. So let's say I'll just keep it 0.8 mm. Drill hole also. Now these dimensions, we can't just specify anything depending on our by our imaginations. We'll have to check them in the, what do you say, the data sheets, and then only we can specify the drill marks and drill holes. So I will keep the guard gap a bit larger than 5 thou. I will keep it as 8 thou. Then I'll keep on OK. So we have our trace created. As you can see, the 1 mm is the outer diameter and the 0.8 mm is the inner diameter, the drill hole. So if I want to place this trace over here, this pad style over here, I'll just left click on the screen and place it wherever I want. So in the next video we'll make the actual PCB design, the PCB layout for our ESP connector. So fellas, just stay tuned with Captain Jack.